Hi traders, you are welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. This particular lesson is all about the ICT Forex Trading Strategy. All right, it's a smart money framework that reveals how institutions move the market and how traders can align with those moves. Now, most retail traders rely heavily on indicators or guesswork, but the ICT approach is different. Okay, it focuses on the building blocks of price, like liquidity, order blocks, fair value gaps, and structure shifts. Okay, so when you learn to read these elements, the market becomes much clearer. So the first concept is liquidity. Okay, that's the first concept. Liquidity builds up at equal highs, equal lows, and obvious swing levels. All right. So these are zones where traders place their stop losses and pending orders. Institutions need liquidity to enter and exit their large positions. So price naturally seeks out these areas. When you see price hovering near a pool of liquidity, it's often a signal that a big move is coming. Okay, so the second concept is the stop hunt. Before institutions commit to a move, they often drive price beyond a key level to trigger retail stops. So this creates the liquidity needed for their trades. For us, recognizing these sweeps can give early clues about the true direction of the market. Next, let us look at order blocks. All right, these are the last bullish or bearish candles before a strong market move. Okay, for example, you can see here we had a break of structure here, right? And then we're going to be looking out for the last bullish candle, which is going to give us this. So we had an order block around here, right? You can see that price actually got really close to that order block zone after it broke above this equal high zone, right? So remember that after a liquidity sweep, next thing is stop hunt, right? And then, sorry, after a liquidity sweep and a stop hunt, the next thing is now to look out for order block, price coming close or mitigating an order block. All right, so because the order blocks represent institutional footprints and price often returns to these levels. So when you combine that with liquidity sweep, order blocks provide powerful confirmation for your entries. Okay, and then another crucial part of the ICT Forex trading strategy is the fair value gap, and you can see that we actually had a fair value gap around here as well. You can see this was a significant fair value gap, and price actually came back to cover part of that fair value gap, that inefficiency, right? You can see that these gaps occur when price moves aggressively in one direction, leaving inefficiency behind. So price tends to revisit these gaps, and when aligned with liquidity and other blocks, they strengthen the setup. Okay, so now let us put this together in a step-by-step framework. Okay, you have to begin by marking your liquidity zones on higher time frames. You can actually start with the daily or 4 hour, depending on the kind of trader you are. But if you trade on the 1 hour, maybe an intraday trader, you can actually work with a 1 hour chart as well. Okay, so you watch how price interacts with your zones. All right, you can see this particular zone that we marked out here now, where we had equal highs, right? So you want to mark out all those zones. Okay, zones of liquidity. Okay, so you mark out your zones, and after marking out your zones, you look for, of course, equal highs and equal lows. Those are the zones you want to mark out, or consolidation ranges. Then you watch how price interacts with those zones. Okay, if liquidity is swept, like what happened here, you have to be on alert. All right, when you have a liquidity sweep happen, you have to be at alert. After the sweep, you identify other blocks or fair value gaps that are nearby, like what we can see happen here, a fair value gap here and other block here. So identify other blocks and fair value gaps that are nearby. These areas are where institutional entries often occur. Then you have to confirm with a market structure shift. All right, if price breaks a key high or low after the sweep, it signals the move is valid. You drop down to a lower time frame. Probably you can work with the 15 minutes, for your precision entries, aligning with a higher time frame setup. So in this case, you know that it's actually sell trades that you were looking for. You're actually looking for bearish setups, right? So you drop down to lower time frames, for your precision entries. All right, this structured approach takes the guesswork out of trading. So instead of reacting to every candle, you are following a repeatable process that mirrors how institutions trade. So you just remember that liquidity, order blocks, fair value gaps, and market structure all come together to form a framework that makes the market more predictable. Now, before we wrap up, don't forget to click the like button and hit subscribe so you never miss future lessons. Also, share your thoughts in the comments. Have you tried applying ICT principles to your Forex trading? Also, you should remember that risk management is not negotiable. You shouldn't uh, trade with an amount that you cannot afford to lose, and you shouldn't over leverage when trading. For example, if you find a good setup, right? Let's use this as an example. As price came to this particular fair value gap zone, although it didn't tap into the order block. Had it been tapped into the order block, our stop loss should have been, above the order block zone. Entry should be around the tip of the order block, right? But since price didn't exactly tap into the order block, if we are going to be fair, maybe we would have missed out on this, all right? But if you are the kind of trader that starts looking for your entry right from the time that price gets into a fair value gap, then you want to start looking out for bearish confirmations. Okay, so had it been you got a bearish confirmation, maybe like this, I would still recommend your stop loss to be above the order block zone, just in case of if price wants to misbehave. So now, if depending on wherever you are entering from, after you have calculated the amount you want to risk, you should always ensure that your target is at least 1:2. All right, make sure that you are targeting at least times 2 of what you're risking minimum. Okay, so basically you should always have a good risk to reward ratio whenever you want to execute a trade. So that is it for this breakdown of the ICT Forex trading strategy. Keep studying, stay disciplined, and always trade with structure in mind. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.